With a knowing smile caught my eye. She sat there with her drink alone. The barkeep says they'll take all her age, no sin. The very first scapegoat when the trouble set in. Mother to the millions, but queen to none. She sits and sips her drink unfazed. Barkeep says they'll take her away in a bid. She oversteps and now must pay for her sins. The court is gathered, judge sits low, but round the room the jury know God's not gonna help you now, my girl, so save your prayers. Legions of daughters, those who you fought for, happily curse your name now. Drink from the cup, girl, and in another what history sings the same vow. Ruled by religion, these people will listen and offer a lamb to the slaughter. Easy to lay a blame onto her altar as mother dies for daughter. Self-righteousness rooted inside your home, kid can't help but follow their lead. Mothers curse mothers, daughters curse daughters, and so the cycle repeats. Villainized victims, slaves to a system, collecting kindling for rack in the fire. We drop at your feet as we leap, don't cry for your daughter's Eve. Please don't cry for your daughter's Eve. Please don't cry for your daughter's Eve. Just as the barkeep said, a mob came to call and took her from her place of rest. She stood and walked herself right out of the door, a path she walked so many, many times before. I was frozen, couldn't move from my seat. They'd say you'd be a savior, but can't do as you preach. Eve, I'm sorry, you must take the fall for this shame. I'd help you, but I was taking your place. The court is gathered, judge sits low, but round the room the jury know God's not gonna help you now, my girl, so save your prayers. Legions of daughters, those who you fought for, happily cast your name now. Drink from the cup, girl, and in another what history sings the same vow. Ruled by religion, these people we listen and offer our lambs to the slaughter. Easy to lay a blame onto her altar as mother dies for daughter. Self-righteousness rooted inside your home, kid can't help but follow their lead. Mothers curse mothers, daughters curse daughters, and so the cycle repeats. Villainized victims, slave to a system, collecting kindling for rack in the fire. We drop at your feet as we leap, don't cry for your daughter's Eve. Please don't cry for your daughter's Eve. Please don't cry for your daughter's Eve. Mother, maiden grown, God is godless all alone. The juicer and the flesh, punished for another's mess. So you'll take the fall for standing just an inch too tall. When the bells toll, the ringing calls out for us all. Temptress, siren, witch, and she stands without a stitch. A lesson never learned, speak too loud, we'll see you burn. And your reflection seems to look a whole lot like that Eve. When the bell doth toll, the ringing calls out for us all. The ringing calls out for us all! Legions of daughters, those who you fought for, happily curse your name now. Drink from the cup, girl, and in another what history sings the same vow. Ruled by religion, these people we listen and offer our lambs to the slaughter. Easy to lay a blame onto her altar as mother dies and 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 dies and